What is up, YouTube? What is up, guys? This is part 2 for us making the sub box for the Impala. I got Bondo. I got a new sanding wheel to finish sanding the corners and all that, making sure everything looks flush. Yeah, and I'm actually I did change my mind on what I'm going to do with the box. I'm going to be using DuraTex on the outside of the box instead of wrapping it with carpet. I do like the rhino line look, and I do like the texture of the boxes that had the rhino line. Now, I never had one of those, but it would definitely be a nice, good experience to see how it looks like basically being put on the box and all of that. So I'm going to be ordering that here in about a day or two, and when it gets here, we'll be continuing there. But for now, I'm going to work on sanding. I'm going to try to round the corners to the best of my ability, and we're going to fill all of these holes in. We're not going to fill every single hole in like the ones on the bottom. I don't think, well, I'm gonna have to, because I'm going to be hitting the bottom at least with one coat. But yeah, we're just going to fill in, make sure the spots that are going to be seen completely perfect. But stuff like the bottom, I'm not going to waste too much time on that, because the bottom's never going to be seen. It's always going to be on the floor. So, but yeah, let me grab the orbital, or not the orbital, let me grab the grinder, sanding wheel. I'm going to start sanding this. The sun's about to go down here in a little bit, so we're going to see what I can get done today, and I'll pick up maybe tomorrow or Saturday. So let me grab this sander. All right, guys, we just got done with the grinder. As y'all see, the sun about completely down. I did start like the transitioning for the rounding corners with the grinder, so that way it won't be that hard or that harsh on the sandpaper when I go to hand sand it and use the orbital sander. I did that on all the corners except for the bottom. I don't know yet if I'm going to round the bottom or not, but I'm probably just going to leave it the way it is. But other than that, I don't see a reason for me to round off the bottom. But we're going to leave it off right here for now today, and then when we come back, we'll be hand sanding and orbital sanding, try to make it look as perfect, get as good as we possibly can. And then after that, Bondo, and then DuraTex. So I'm about to go look online, see what's the best prices I can find on DuraTex, place an order, and then when it gets here, I'll show y'all. I don't know if it's going to be before I start doing the Bondo or after. We'll see. What's up, guys? Here we are 2 days later, and as y'all see, got the saw back out, but it ain't for nothing major. Just gonna cut 2 more pieces of bracing that I seen that I could have put in there. I'm going to be putting a piece of bracing closer to up here, and then one in between these, because I was like doing like a knock test on the box, and right here like it vibrates a little bit in the middle in between those 2 pieces. But like all over here, like you can hear the difference. It sounds solid, hollow, solid, hollow. So I'm trying to get as much of the hollowness out without taking up too much space. So these last 2 pieces that I'm finally about to cut with this 2x4 over here hopefully should be all I need. But other than that, we're gonna be doing some sanding today, some of the Bondo today. I did order the DuraTex. I ordered 1 quart. I feel like 1 quart should be more than enough for me to do this box. But yep, it's gonna be coming with 1 quart, a roller sponge for me to put on there, and we're gonna see what the outcome gonna look like. I've already seen a couple videos and a couple pictures online of people using DuraTex, and I like the outcome that it leaves, like the texture and all of that it leaves, instead of using like normal bed liner spray. So yeah, without further ado, I'm going to cut these 2 pieces, and we're going to place those in there and continue building the box. Alright, guys, got the extra 2 pieces of bracing in there. Let's see how it sounds like, very deadened like in these areas right here, and only like hollow right here. I might see if I could cut 1 more piece to fit in between here. Hopefully it'll be able to go in there and not interfere with the subs. But if not, it's just going to be this section without a piece of bracing. But I'm going to check first to make sure I can, to see if I can find something to put right here. But for now, we're about to start sanding and then Bondo and then sanding again after that. And like I said, I ordered the DuraTex. Depending on at the point of this video on how much memory I have left, we'll either see paint at the end of this video, or we'll probably see it next video where I paint them, mount the subs, test fit them in the back of the Impala, and maybe do like a small little demo test at that time, depending on how far I am with it. But yeah, other than that, guys, I do got stuff for the console coming. I do have the I did order the tablet. I ordered the same tablet I had before, the Galaxy Tab 2 10.1 inch. I went with that because me having a column shifter, I can't really put too much of a bigger tablet there with the way I want to put it there, because I don't want to move any of the AC controls because of everything I want to put on my console and all of that. But yeah, that was like the perfect tablet. Also, I did like the way the sound came from that tablet. I don't know what chip that tablet uses for sound, but it's like it sounded even better like than my phone that I have right now. And I got a Galaxy S20 Plus, but I'm just gonna be going with that in there. But it's gonna be fabricated in there a lot better than what I did the last time. Yeah, and I have another equalizer coming, and I have a bass processor coming also for the Impala, because I'm doing mids. I'm separating the mids, highs, and the bass like completely this time. Like I'm completely separating everything, so that way I can get the best sound that I could possibly get. But yeah, other than that, guys, let me bust out this sandpaper, get some gloves on, and get ready to do the Bondo. And we'll see where we're at after that. Alright guys, I'm done basically sanding all the corners and everything. Now we're going to address a couple things real quick. Now I know this front isn't completely straight. It does have squigglies like all the way up to the top, but for the most part it's straight. The whole box is straight, but that's like that around most of the, well, I think only around this front panel. This side panel isn't that way. The back panel is that way a little bit, and this side panel is like perfect too. So it's only from the front and the back. But we know, not notice of the lesson we learned here is next time we go either with the saw or just go slower with the grinder, and don't use I use 60 grit, maybe use like 80 or 100 next time, so I can go even slower and make sure the line is straight, and maybe even draw how far back I need to saw, because I think that's basically what my issue was here. So I went back and sanded back to a little bit too far, and I tried to fix it, and by me trying to fix it in each little area probably caused the squiggly line. So but other than that, like I said, it's all sanded around. About to vacuum the box out, get ready to throw Bondo on here, and then after that we'll be waiting on the DuraTex paint to put on here, and after that we'll be seeing how this box is gonna look. Alright, now guys, I'm coming at y'all in between before I do the rest of the back and the front and that side over there with the Bondo. I'm about to sand the top here, or no, I'm going to do the Bondo first and then sand all of this at once. That way when I flip it over, it'll be the just the top that I need to focus on, and then after that it'll just be waiting on whenever the DuraTex get here. So alright guys, I'm all done with the Bondo. I'm about to sand and do the top. I already sanded the bottom and all the sides. All of that stuff is smooth. I am going to sand the front right here again, because I did try to fill in this crack right here. But other than that, just got to sand the top and after that we're just gonna be waiting for the DuraTex paint. But for now, I am gonna cut the video off here at, well, not here, once I'm done sanding and we see the final product of the box, I will be cutting the video off there because I don't have no more space after that. And then I'll be starting part 3 when we apply the DuraTex and actually mount the 15s in here and test fit them in the trunk. So yeah, let me get this more sandpaper out and start sanding the top of this down. Alright guys, here's what the box looks like, all sanded at the end, as y'all just seen in the previous clips. But I know I said that was going to be the end of the video, but guess what? It actually ain't, because the DuraTex paint is supposed to be here tomorrow, and it's going to be here a lot sooner than what I thought. I was literally at least ready to wait until like next Thursday or Friday, in which at the time it was last Thursday that just passed, which was I can't remember the date, but it was like the 11th or the 10th or 11th last Thursday. But it's going to be here on Monday, which is tomorrow. Today's Sunday, and which I only waited 4 days so far. I technically only waited 1 business day for it, but the shipping that I paid for, like I said, I was prepared to wait till at least next Friday for it. But yeah, it says it's going to be here tomorrow, so I guess after that we'll be, once it gets here, we'll be doing an unboxing of that, painting this with that. So today what I'm going to do is work on trying to get as much of this extra glue off as I possibly can, making sure the box is completely ready to throw the DuraTex paint on here. And yeah, other than that, we basically just going to be prepping it for paint today. So alright guys, as y'all see, the DuraTex paint is finally here. About to coat the box with that. We're going to flip it over first and do the bottom and all the sides first, just like the same way we did the Bondo. I sanded the box down to the best of my ability, and as y'all seen in the when I got done in those clips, the lines aren't as straight as I could get them, but like I said, for as amount of work I put in on this box, this is definitely going to be one of the best looking boxes that I've made. I know I'm going to learn from, like I said earlier, I'm going to learn from my mistakes, what I did with the grinder and all of that. So I just know next time to go slower and easier and probably use something different. But for now, this I just had to do. So without further ado, I'm about to crack this paint open, or no, I'm about to flip this over, crack this open, and then we're going to start applying it. So oh yeah, I forgot to show y'all this. The tablet for the Impala came. It's the same, like I said, Galaxy Tab 2 10.1. But I'm going to go later and basically run all the same apps on here that I had on the other one. I am going to do it a little bit better though this time. So I am going to have a video basically how I'm going to be setting this tablet up, basically to run in the Impala. Show y'all what apps I'm going to be using if anybody ever wants to use any Android tablet on that type of basis, because I know most people use like Apple tablets in cars and all of that. Me, I'm just an Android person. I don't see people do the Android tablets too often. They usually just buy the Android head unit and call it a day. So I'm just gonna throw this in there because I like the sound that comes from these tablets. I don't know what sound chip they have in them, but it definitely sounds like, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, it sounds a little bit better than my phone. Like the bass aspect, I should say, it sounds better. It doesn't sound flat like when I play my phone on Bluetooth. This just sounds different. Most people out there who use older electronics to play music will probably know what I'm talking about. Alright guys, we got the DuraTex all open. It came with this roller sponge right here to apply it. So this is what I'm going to use. I think this should be big enough. I should be able to use this to dip in there and roll it around. But I'm going to show y'all. Basically, I'm going to sit it down here actually. So I'll sit right here. That's my little table. Sit the leg down there. And I'm going to show y'all basically how we have to apply it. Actually, just for demonstration purposes, I'm going to leave it up here because I'm going to sit it back down there when I put the phone down. But you basically dip the roller in there, dip it in there, then you want to do, I've read that you want to go in one direction or like straight up and down, so like that, my bad. But yeah, basically like this. And you don't want to press down too hard either. You just want to firmly press it down and make sure it's getting on there. You don't want to press down too hard because it just smears in. So I'm going to cut the camera down and get this whole bottom done with basically just one coat, and we're going to let it dry for a little bit, then throw a second coat on after that. So I'll catch y'all once I'm done with that. Oh snap, yo, this box is already starting to look very good. Very good. I did the top and just this side right here only because it started spilling a little bit onto this side. So just the top and this side for now. Look, compared to the normal MDF look, and I can tell you now, you can see them a little bit, the glue, the leftover glue. I couldn't get all of it off. I tried to get some of it off, but no, I couldn't get all of it, but you can barely see it. But even though when I go through with an extra coat over everything, it should probably cover it up. Anyways, I'm going to get back to painting these other sides, to basically the front, the back, and this side right here, so then we can flip it over and do the top. So let me stop talking, we're gonna get to this. Man guys, look at this. This box is definitely looking good. I definitely like the way that the DuraTex is looking. I haven't touched it yet because I don't want to mess it up, so I'm gonna probably get this about a good like 20-30 minutes to dry, and then I'm gonna fill it. I hit all sides with 2 coats. That should be good enough. I really want to pay attention to the top side, make sure that side is completely fine. I ordered a quart. I have about, I'll say, a little bit over 1/3 of a can left. This is a box on the large side, I can say. So people usually, if you're going for like a normal box, that's usually like 2 12s or maybe like 115. A quart would be more than enough for you to use. You probably could get away with even using just a pint. But I bought the quart because I know my box is a little bit bigger, and I know for in the future I'm going to have to order another one because I'm going to be making a box for the Tahoe here soon. But like I said, definitely would recommend this DuraTex paint. I'm waiting for it to dry. I got all the sides so y'all can see. I'm going to end up getting some black spray paint to spray paint inside here the port. And yeah, other than that, this box is almost complete, guys. So once it's completely complete, we're going to throw the 15s in here, and we're going to, I think I have some wire in here, I'm going to check, but if not, I'm going to have to order some, and then I probably won't be bolting them down in here. I'll probably just sit them in here and just get rid of the boxes that the 15s are sitting in, just to save some space in there. But yeah, the box is definitely coming together, guys. I definitely like the way this is looking. Definitely like the way this is looking. So I'm going to cut the camera off, waiting 30 minutes, and then I'm going to see how this feels. Guys, this is hands down the best sub box that I have made thus far. Literally, hands down. The way this paint just looks on here, man, it looks way too good. Like, I really like that I took my time and all of that on this box. I gotta do one more coat on the top. I'm gonna let it dry for like 10-15 minutes, and then I'm going to go through and hit it with the top coat. And then after that, I'll probably have just about maybe 1/8 of a can left. Might use it on some other things that I'm going to be doing on the Impala. Maybe if I have enough left, might use it on the rear door panels whenever I get to doing those. But yeah, we're all done with the box, guys. I'm definitely going to be cutting the video off here because it says it takes about 5 days for this to like completely cure and harden, especially depending on the humidity outside. it's been extremely humid around here where I live at for like the past like 2-3 weeks. So I'm gonna let this dry all the way to the end of the week, and I'll probably post a short or a reel, and we'll see how it looks after that with the subs and all of that in there. But until then, guys, definitely leave your thoughts down in the comments. Would you guys try DuraTex on your box? I'll definitely recommend this if you guys want to try something like this. And also, it does kind of hide the imperfections. Not too, like, it doesn't hide them completely, but the fact that the box is going to have a texture to it, it's going to turn your eye away from it. You're going to be focused on the texture and not the imperfections. And even then, there's still not that many. But like I said, guys, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and turn that notification bell on so that way y'all get notified when I upload. But until then, I'll see you guys in the next video.